That has been fiercely competitive is in Columbus County. WECT's Daniela Hankey has been following this race for us tonight. Daniela, it looks like the incumbent is going to keep the office.
Fran, that's right. Incumbent Bill Rogers leading the votes with all precincts in, and it looks to be the unofficial winner of the race. And this race was interesting as there was only Republican candidates. Sheriff Bill Rogers was running for his first full term in the office. He took over after former Sheriff Jody Green resigned in early 2023. This race really wasn't close. McPherson, the former employee of the sheriff's office, finished double digits behind Rogers. And Sheriff Rogers has told us he will be here in our newsroom tomorrow on Caroline in the Morning to talk more about what's ahead for the office. Live in the newsroom, Daniela Hankey, WECT News.